Welcome to the Clean Slate Podcast, brought to you by ClearRank.com. We're all about bringing clarity to online trading and making sure you can make informed decisions. As a trader,
Oh,
that's why we created the ClearScore.
right.
It's a transparent, unbiased methodology that evaluates brokers on what really matters.
Yeah, things like regulation, fees, platform reliability, user experience. We don't just take their word for it, we really dig into the data.
And today we're going to be looking at Fusion Markets, a broker that claims to offer, well, they say, low-cost trading and super-fast execution. We put those claims to the test using our ClearScore, and we gave them a 4.7 out of 5-star rating.
Fusion markets have been around for a while, since 2010.
Yeah.
They're regulated by ASIC in Australia, which is considered a top-tier regulator.
That's good news for our listeners down under.
Yeah.
But they also have Tier 3 regulations from the FSA in Seychelles and the VFSC in Vanuatu. What does that mean for international traders?
Well, it's important to understand that Tier 3 regulations, they don't offer the same level of investor protection as ASIC does. So if you're trading outside of Australia, you just want to be aware of the potential risks.
Right. It's always important to do your due diligence and understand the regulations before you deposit any funds. But even with those Tier 3 regulations, Fusion Markets has a clean compliance record over their 10 years in the market. That has to count for something, right?
Absolutely. A clean track record is definitely a good sign. It suggests they take compliance seriously and operate in a transparent manner.
Okay, good to know. Now let's get to the part that I think everyone really cares about, the fees. Fusion Markets claims to have the lowest spreads in the industry. Are they just, blowing smoke? Or is there some truth to that?
Well, we put that claim to the test using our dynamic spread tracking tool.
Okay.
It actually tracks spreads in real time across multiple brokers, and guess what? Fusion Markets really delivered,
Yeah.
especially on their ECN accounts.
Really? Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so we found that the average spread for the EUR/USD currency pair on those ECN accounts was just 0.01 pip. To put that into perspective, that's over 60% less than their closest competitor.
Wow, that's impressive. But what about commissions? Are those competitive too?
Yeah, their commissions are also pretty low. They charge $2.25 per lot, which is almost 35% lower than the average competitor.
So even with commissions factored in, they're still a pretty cost-effective option. But what about their standard accounts? Are those spreads as tight?
They're decent, for sure. Better than the industry average, but not quite as low as the ECN account.
So there's a bit of a trade-off there. But something I really appreciate about Fusion Markets is their transparency. They clearly lay out their fee structure on their website. No hidden fees, no inactivity charges, and no fees for deposits or withdrawals.
You're absolutely right. That kind of transparency is so crucial in this industry. It builds trust and allows traders to make informed decisions without worrying about unexpected costs eating into their profits.
Okay, so let's say I'm convinced and I want to fund my account. What are my options?
Well, they offer over 30 different funding methods, everything from bank transfers and credit debit cards to e-wallets, like PayPal, Skrill, and Neteller. They even accept cryptocurrencies.
That's quite a selection. So basically, I could use whatever method is most convenient for me. What about the deposit and withdrawal speeds?
Most deposits are processed instantly, so you can start trading right away, and most withdrawals are processed within 24 hours, which is pretty fast compared to some other brokers.
It's great to hear. So I can get my money in and out quickly without any hassle. But are there any catches?
Well, one thing to be aware of, due to anti-money laundering, AML, and compliance laws, all withdrawals must be sent back to the same account used for deposits.
Ah, so no funny business trying to move money around to different accounts. Makes sense. They're trying to prevent money laundering and keep things above board.
Exactly. And they're pretty strict about enforcing this policy. They even have a rule that could result in processing fees if you deposit and withdraw funds without actually trading.
So you can't just use their platform as a temporary holding place for your money. You actually have to be actively trading. Got it. Now let's talk about the platforms they offer. A broker can have the lowest fees in the world, but if their platform is clunky and unreliable, it's all for nothing. What does Fusion Markets offer in this department?
Well, they offer a pretty solid lineup. They have MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, MT4 and MT5, which are probably the most popular trading platforms in the world.
I know a lot of traders swear by those MetaTrader platforms. What else do they offer?
They also offer CTrader, which is a more modern platform. It's known for its intuitive interface and advanced order types. And for traders who love sophisticated charting and analysis, they offer integration with TradingView.
That's a pretty good selection. But how about speed? We know they claim to offer fast execution speeds. But did our testing back that up?
We did. We put their execution speeds to the test using our execution tracker tool, and the results were impressive. Market orders were executed in an average of just 72 milliseconds, and limit orders took about 76 milliseconds.
That's amazing. Yeah. I'm sure our listeners who are, into scalping or high-frequency trading would be happy with those speeds. But are there any downsides to their platform offerings?
Well, unlike some brokers, they don't have their own proprietary platform, so they might be somewhat limited in terms of innovation. And their TradingView access is through integration with CTrader, rather than standalone access, which might be a drawback for some traders.
Right, so you can't take full advantage of all of TradingView's features. What else?
Well, while they offer negative balance protection through their ASIC regulation, it's not actually built into their platforms. And they also don't have built-in fixed risk limits.
Which might be something traders would want to see, especially for those just starting out.
So there are a few things to be aware of. Are there any other quirks or limitations we should mention?
Yeah, we did find some minor issues with the language settings on their mobile apps. Like, for instance, on their Android app, it seems like you have to change your entire phone's default language to change the language in the app, which can be a bit of a hassle. So a few minor annoyances there. Hopefully they'll iron those out in future updates. So they seem to have a pretty solid lineup of platforms with super fast execution speeds. But even the best platform is useless if you can't get help when you need it. Let's move on to customer support. What can traders expect from Fusion Markets in terms of support?
They offer 24/7 support via phone, chat, and email.
It's pretty standard these days. Does anything really stand out about their customer support?
Yeah, they have this fantastic feature called white glove support, where they assign a personal market expert to each trader.
Oh, wow. So you're not just dealing with a random support agent each time you have a question. You actually have a dedicated expert who can provide personalized guidance and advice.
Exactly. And it's not just for technical issues. Your dedicated expert can also answer your questions about the market, different trading strategies, or even help you come up with a trading plan.
I could see how that would be a huge benefit, especially for someone new to trading, who might feel overwhelmed by all the information and choices. Okay, so their customer support seems top-notch. Let's move on to the range of assets they offer. Can you tell us a bit about that? What can traders actually trade on Fusion Markets' platform?
They excel in Forex trading. They have a fantastic selection with over 90 currency pairs, including some exotic ones.
90 currency pairs? That's a lot of options. What about other asset classes like stocks, indices, or commodities? Do they offer those as well?
They do offer stock and index CFDs, but their selection is somewhat limited compared to some of their competitors. They don't offer any ETF or bond CFDs either.
So they're heavily focused on Forex. What about commodities?
Their commodity CFD offerings are decent. They cover the basics like gold, oil, and silver, but they lack some of the more niche options you might find with other brokers.
Got it. So if you're looking for a wide variety of commodity CFDs, they might not be the best fit. What about cryptocurrencies? Crypto is all the rage these days. Do they offer any of that?
They do offer crypto trading, but their selection is limited to just 14 coins.
So if you're a crypto enthusiast looking for a vast selection of coins, you might need to look elsewhere. But they do have one unique offering that stands out. It's called Fusion Plus.
Yeah, Fusion Plus is their copy trading platform. It allows you to automatically copy the trades of experienced traders. It's very similar to what eToro offers.
eToro has been a leader in the copy trading space for years. So for Fusion Markets to be mentioned in the same breath is quite a compliment.
It is. And they also offer some pretty impressive automation tools, including support from MetaTrader Expert Advisors and CTrader's Calgo. They also have AmPayM accounts for professional money managers who want to manage multiple client accounts from a single interface.
So even though they might be lacking in asset variety, they may make up for it with strong copy trading and automation features. Speaking of getting started, how easy is it to actually open an account with Fusion Markets?
It's super straightforward and incredibly fast. You can do the whole process online, and their application is mobile-friendly. You don't even need a minimum deposit to open an account.
That's great. Some brokers require a hefty minimum deposit just to get started. So that's a big plus for Fusion Markets. How long does the verification process typically take?
Based on our testing, verification often happens on the same day you apply.
That's really fast. Some brokers can take days, even weeks, to verify accounts.
It seems like they've streamlined the process to get traders up and running as quickly as possible.
So to sum up, Fusion Markets seems to deliver on their promise of low-cost trading with blazing fast execution speeds. They have a good mix of popular trading platforms and some unique features, like their white glove support and their Fusion Plus copy trading platform.
Yes, and their account opening process is super easy and fast. However, if you're looking to trade a wide range of assets, particularly stocks, ETFs, or a large selection of cryptocurrencies, you might find their offerings a bit limiting.
Right, but their strengths definitely lie in Forex trading. They have a huge selection of currency pairs and incredibly tight spreads, especially on their ECN accounts. We'll explore some of their strengths and weaknesses in more detail, and we'll discuss what their offerings might mean for the future of online trading.
Yeah, they've definitely made a name for themselves. But as we've been saying, it's important to understand the trade-offs involved. Low costs are great, but they shouldn't come at the expense of other important features or a wide range of trading instruments.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about finding the right balance for your individual needs and trading style.
Right, and that's one of the reasons why we created the Clear Score, to help traders get a holistic view of what each broker offers.
Exactly. We don't just focus on one or two aspects. We consider the entire picture, from regulation and security to platform features, customer support, and of course, the range of tradable assets.
Right. And speaking of tradable assets, let's go back to that for a moment. We've already highlighted that Fusion Markets excels in Forex trading, but they fall a bit short in areas like stocks, CFDs, and cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, that's true. They have a great selection of currency pairs, but their offerings in other asset classes are somewhat limited. So if you're a trader who wants to build a truly diversified portfolio, Fusion Markets might not be the best fit.
That's a good point. But they do have some interesting features that could appeal to specific types of traders. For example, their Fusion Plus copy trading platform could be a game changer for newer traders just starting out in the Forex market.
Oh yeah, that's a great point. Copy trading can be a fantastic way to learn from more experienced traders and potentially earn profits while you're doing it. It's like having a mentor guiding you through the process.
Exactly. And for those who are more experienced and comfortable with automation, Fusion Markets offers robust support for MetaTrader Expert Advisors and CTraders Calgo, which allows you to create and deploy your own automated trading strategies.
And for professional money managers who handle multiple client accounts, they offer ManPayM accounts, which provide the tools and flexibility to manage those accounts efficiently from a single interface.
So while they may not have the widest selection of assets, they do offer some unique features that cater to specific niches within the trading community.
Okay, so they have some cool features.
Yeah.
But I'm also curious about their educational resources. Do they provide any tools or materials to help traders learn and improve their skills?
They do have a decent selection of educational resources, but they seem to be geared more towards beginner and intermediate traders.
So someone who's already familiar with trading basics probably won't find anything groundbreaking there?
Yeah, that's probably true. But for those who are just starting out, they have articles, tutorials, and even some video content covering the fundamentals of trading.
Okay, that makes sense. It's worth noting that they don't offer live webinars or seminars, which some other brokers do.
Right, but they do have that personalized support through their white glove support, which can be incredibly valuable for newer traders who have specific questions or need guidance as they're learning the ropes.
So it seems like they've taken a more personalized approach to education, focusing on one-on-one support rather than large-scale educational events.
Yeah, and for some traders, that might be a more effective way to learn, especially those who prefer direct interaction and tailored guidance.
Yeah, it's all about finding the learning style that works best for you. And speaking of finding what works best for you, let's talk about the account opening process. It might seem like a minor detail, but a clunky or time-consuming account opening process can be a real headache.
Oh, absolutely. Nobody wants to jump through hoops just to open a trading account. And thankfully, Fusion Markets has made this process incredibly simple and efficient.
Yeah, they've really streamlined the whole thing. You can open an account entirely online. There's no minimum deposit requirement. And their application is mobile-friendly, which is always a plus.
And based on our testing, the verification process is usually completed on the same day you apply, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's much faster than some other brokers we've reviewed. Some can take days or even weeks to verify your account, which can be frustrating if you're eager to start trading.
It seems like they've prioritized making the account opening process as smooth and quick as possible, and that's something we appreciate because it shows they value their clients' time.
Okay, so far we've painted a pretty detailed picture of Fusion Markets. They offer low trading costs, fast execution speeds, a decent selection of trading platforms, a personalized approach to customer support, and a streamlined account opening process.
Yes. But we've also highlighted some of their limitations, like their somewhat narrow range of tradable assets,
Yeah.
especially in areas like stock CFDs and cryptocurrencies. And while they have some good educational resources, they might not be as comprehensive as what some other brokers offer.
Right, it's all about weighing the pros and cons and deciding whether their strengths align with your specific needs and trading goals.
And that's where ClearRank comes in. We provide in-depth broker reviews and comparisons to help you make those decisions. We're all about transparency and giving you the information you need to find the broker that's the perfect fit for you.
Exactly. We encourage you to check out our full Fusion Markets review on clearrank.com. We go into much more depth there and compare them to other leading brokers in the industry.
Yeah, we break down all the key features, analyze their strengths and weaknesses, and provide the unbiased information you need to make an informed decision.
We've spent this episode talking about Fusion Markets and, well, they're a broker making some serious moves in online trading.
Yeah, I mean, they've carved out a niche for themselves that focus on low costs and fast execution. It seems to be working for a lot of traders.
Yeah, those who want speed and efficiency.
Exactly.
And it's a smart move, especially these days when every penny counts.
Mm.
But like we said, there are always trade-offs. Like their focus on keeping costs down might mean they don't offer as many assets.
Right, they've made some choices. Forex trading is a big one for them. They have a ton of currency pairs.
Yeah.
But that's where they put their energy, not so much on other stuff like stock CFDs or crypto.
So it depends on what you want as a trader, right?
Yeah.
If you're all about Forex, Fusion Markets might be perfect. But if you want more variety, you might have to look somewhere else.
It makes you wonder what they'll do going forward. They're not that old, just 15 years. Will they add more assets, try to compete with the bigger brokers?
Or will they just keep doing what they do best? Become the kings of low-cost Forex?
Maybe they'll do something totally unexpected, like make their own trading platform with amazing new features.
Who knows? But one thing's for sure, we got to keep our eyes on Fusion Markets. They're shaking things up, making other brokers work harder, which is good for all traders in the end.
Totally agree. More competition means we get better choices and better deals. Keeps the industry on its toes and pushing for better things.
If any of our listeners are thinking about Fusion Markets, or even if they just want to learn more, go check out our full review on clearrank.com. We get into all the nitty-gritty there.
Yeah, we compare them with other top brokers, break down all the important stuff, good and bad, give you the info you need so you can decide for yourself.
Be sure to subscribe to the Clean Slate podcast for more deep dives on all things online trading. We're here to help you trade smarter. Thanks for listening.